From Steelwood Lanes in Morgan City, welcome to KWBJ Live in the 39th Annual Mac Russo Memorial Mixed Doubles Bowling Tournament. I'm Chris Hunter, joined here by the owner of Steelwood Lanes, John Broussard. John, congratulations on your behalf. Of course, the Morgan City Bowling Association puts on the tournament, but a lot falls to Steelwood to make it right, and this is possibly the biggest tournament they've ever had, at least for the Mac Russo.
It is definitely, from what I hear, the largest. I believe 88 teams. I believe
total
so
of 88.
Yep, definitely the largest they've had so far. So
yeah, I believe Tamara Sarchwell, the association manager, said that is capacity. 88, and not necessarily 88 different groups. Some teams entered twice.
Correct.
They do a morning shift and an afternoon shift, and some of them decided to hedge their bets and joined. Entered in both the morning and the afternoon to give themselves two chances to reach the finals here.
Yep, absolutely. Sometimes using the same partner, sometimes using a different partner to give different options. So,
all right, we are taking the final warm-ups here before we get going in the this first match we're going to see, and we'll review the ladder in just a second. The first match is going to be between Anna Benoit and Andrew Schwing, taking on Bridget Joseph and Mike Schecksnyder. And we'll tell you a little bit more about them as we get going. Of course, the way this works in the shift bowling earlier, each team bowled 3 games. Handicaps are involved in that, so they do get both players handicaps. And based on the totals, they rank a top 5. Actually, they're paying a top 10. And they've already, 6 through 10 have already received their prizes, and the 5 through 1 play this ladder sequence. And the way it worked out, the 5th seed Lisa Powell of Morgan City and Hunter Boudreaux of Thibodaux lost to the 4th seed Melanie Farr of New Iberia and Rick Sarchwell of Morgan City. And then Melanie and Rick played Anna Benoit and Andrew Schwing, who are the 3rd seed, and Andrew and Anna won, so they advanced. So far, the seeding played out 4 beat 5, and then 3 beat 4. Now we're getting ready to see 2 versus 3. Bridget Jones of Crowley, Mike Schecksnyder of Alexandria. That's another thing about this. The last couple of years, it seemed like we'd have a Morgan City contingent, a Houma contingent, and a New Iberia contingent. But we're really seeing a lot more of South Louisiana represented in this tournament.
Yes, we've been fortunate to be able to give a second home to some of the bowlers in the past that, due to hurricanes, have lost a facility, or even if it was temporary shutdown or due to maintenance. But along that time, the word is spread, and they'll come bowl a tournament here, love the atmosphere, and they'll come bowl other tournaments and enjoy. And we wind up with an array of different locations coming up. So it's been spread out. Good problem to have.
Love it. As we mentioned, a full house, total of 88 entries. You were entered, and we can.
I was.
Obviously, you didn't make the top 5.
Did not make it. We came in. Actually flew in from Las Vegas last night, and just decided, I'd like to bowl and spread the word that if there was any females looking for a partner. So a lady happened to come in, and we joined up. Never met her before, and bowled with her today. And
who was that?
I have to apologize. I think she told me her name one time, and she's from out of town, and it was one of those things of just getting together and having a good time, and that's what it's been all about.
You can do that in a bowling tournament where it really doesn't matter how well you know.
I believe her name was Catherine Blanchard. forgive me if I got that name wrong, but
You didn't have to play pitch and catch with the balls.
Yeah, yeah. But it's definitely it's a neat thing to be able to just be able to pick up your balls and play with people you've never met.
All right, we are ready. We will go ahead and get started. And Andrew Schwing starts us off by picking up his ball and leaving the area. I know he's not nervous. This is the third consecutive year that Andrew and Anna have reached the finals. In 2020, they won the tournament. If I remember right, in 2020, they actually held the tournament in New Iberia.
New Iberia, correct.
Because that
was at the time that Charlie had closed the doors, and before we had reopened it back up, and it was about that timeline. So it's the Cajun Bowl was gracious enough to take it over that year and give the tournament a house. So
came back here to Steelwood in 2021, and Anna and Andrew came in second last year. Anna Benoit is from Crowley, Andrew Schwing from New Iberia. So, third year in a row here in the final. Second year in a row they're in front of the TV cameras. And we are underway. Anna Schwing with an 8 count to start. Now Bridget Jones. She's from Crowley. I believe she does her bowling in Lafayette and New Iberia, but actually from Crowley. Throwing that backup ball for a strike. Great ball. And I believe that's the 5-9 she's got, and picks it up. As we said, it is handicap scoring. Anna and Andrew, I believe, have a 42-pin handicap in their favor. Actually, it's Mike and Bridget receiving 42 pins.
Correct.
Oh. All right. How do you pick that up?
You hit reset. Yeah, you want to swing it out. You want to swing it out. Try to get on the right side of the 3-pin and try to chop it over. And
that is some strange pin action to
yes.
leave that kind of configuration.
He's got the type of ball to be able to pull it off, though. And there
Very
you go.
nice.
Are you not entertained?
Nice pickup. Andrew Schwing out of New Iberia. And now Mike Scheck-Snyder is one of 3 bowlers that we're going to see here today from Alexandria. Leaves the 9-pin.
He's waiting aloud. Thank you.
And probably because we're getting so many out-of-towners, we're seeing a lot of people here that are probably here for the first time.
Some are here for the first time. Some of them have made it multiple times, but sometimes when you get to meet so many new people over the last few years, sometimes I don't remember them, but it's
Bridget Joseph had a strike in the first frame. Moves over to lane number 9, and a little bit too much head pin. That's a 6 count. You've got the 8 hiding behind the 2. Over on the other side, Anna Benoit A little light on the head pin, but she gets a 9 count out of it. Good pickup for Bridget.
That can be a challenge from time with the pin sneaking behind. It's an easy way to chop it. So it's
Anna with a straight ball, picks up another spare. Mike Schecksnyder working on a spare from the first frame. Seemed like that ball just kind of
died out.
Kind of bit halfway down and didn't finish.
See if Adam's actually the manager at Cajun Bowl in New Iberia, so he's so he can get things started. Carried that one away.
Good strike for Andrew.
Doesn't have to do much acrobatics on the next to not have to pick up a spare like last time.
And a nice pickup. So we got the manager of Cajun Bowl.
Correct.
And we're gonna see the owners of Four Season Lanes in Alexandria.
Correct.
Later on.
Sitting in first. Correct. No, the owner of Cajun Bowl was here earlier today. She bowled as well. So.
Another 9 for Bridget. Let's see if Anna can break through these spares. That's gonna just barely caught a little bit of the head pin, and that's going to be a tough pickup there. Gave it a run. That's got to be so difficult from the right side to kick. I believe that's the 4 pin.
I think we have it's a 2-4-10. Yeah, it's with the backup ball, it's just a little bit more simple as a right-hander, but it's still getting it back across the lane is not an easy feat.
Mike also having a little trouble breaking through here and finding the pocket. That took a bad snap.
Found a dry spot.
And Andrew got that one a little too far out. Leaves an open frame, heading into the 4th frame here.
Doesn't look like anybody's going to be running away with it.
No,
quite yet.
Score is virtually unchanged from the 44
Pretty
pin
much.
difference. It was 42 to start.
Yeah.
And Benoit, another split. That's 2 in a row. This one, I think, tough, but still it sets up as a right-hander. It's going to set up a little better for her.
This one will be a little bit more difficult with her having a backup ball than if it was a conventional throw.
Bridget with a baby split over there on lane 9. Didn't quite get it over far enough. Get the 9 count out of it.
This would be about the mini version of what we just saw.
And she throws a backup ball, so it's going to be going in the right direction.
This one you can split in between and still get it, just like that.
That's how you do it.
That's it.
It's been an enthusiastic group all day long, I've noticed.
Yes. Crowd's definitely smaller, but still hasn't lost it.
Yeah, the word I'm using is exuberant. The rowdy would maybe be a little better. Better word for it. And Andrew Swing gets back into strike mode. And Mike Schexnayder coming off an open frame in the 3rd. There it is.
There we go.
Starting to pick up here a little bit now. Bridget and Mike have extended their lead a little bit, 52 pins now. Bridget coming off that nice spare in the 3rd. And gets that 7 pin down late for the strike. Anna Benoit. Oh! 3rd split in a row. And this one is at the 410, I believe. Is that the 4 or is that the?
That would be the 810. 810.
That's virtually impossible.
About all you can do. Try to bounce it off the back wall.
Unless you throw with exceptional speed, you're probably not going to get that.
See if Andrew can get back into the swing of things, and get him a double going.
Couldn't find the 10 pin. Went Brooklyn's side of that. His ball really snaps.
It does.
You look for a little more gradual curve to it, but midway it really grabs hold. The lanes are freshly waxed.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be too many dry spots out there.
No. Just these days, a lot of revolutions. And nobody wanting to run away with these games yet. So maybe they're going to save all the action for the last few frames.
Well, we've yet to see so much as a double.
Yeah.
Coming up, this will be the last bowl of the 5th frame. Mike's coming off a double, and then once again that 10 pin is stubborn. Meanwhile, Bridget will start off the 6th. She's coming off a strike in the 5th frame.
There we
There
go.
we go.
We got our first double.
Mike gets his spare. And now they're starting to get control of this matchup. 85 pins now. And that's including Bridget in the 6th. Here's Anna with her 6th frame ball. And she has had some bad luck here in the first half of this match.
Yes. Try to stay away from those splits. 7 count.
At least we have a makeable spare opportunity now. Frustrating game for Anna Benoit. And I didn't even see that sleeper.
Yeah, chopped it out.
But even without the sleeper, she wasn't going to pick that up. She missed the head pin.
See if Mike can get on it.
The roll, didn't get the roll.
Let's see.
Andrew will step back and let Mike finish his frame. And again, that's second time in a row. He misses the 10 pin.
Andrew working.
I'm sorry, he got it last time. It was Andrew missed the 10 pin last frame.
Correct.
So Andrew coming off an open frame.
There you go.
Not this time.
Things are still in grabbing distance. To come back.
Did he say looking at this?
Yeah.
Anna leaves the 1-2. Now, Bridget Joseph working on a double here. Might have started that out a little too. No, it came back. Oh, but there's that 10 pin again. What did you nail the 10 pins down?
Yeah. At least Velcro and make it a little bit harder.
Just barely picked it up. Didn't hurt that pin at all. Just kind of nudged it over.
Yeah.
And now Mike and Bridget's lead up over 100 pins.
Door's getting a little bit smaller and smaller. Oh.
Good ball for Andrew there. And that's a double for him. This might be a little too little too late though. That's a lot of ground they've got to make up. And
he's definitely going to have to go out with it, yeah. Oh, 8 pin.
A lot of 9 counts here. Third consecutive 9 count on the first ball for Mike. Bridget looked like she got a lot of head pin on that one. 4-7-10. Mike finishes his work. Once again, not much more than you can do.
Yeah.
Make sure you pick up the 2 count out of it at least.
Good ball. Oh.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
5-7. Yeah, this is makeable. This is definitely makeable.
Definitely makeable.
I believe that's the fourth split of the game for Anna.
I believe so.
That's brutal.
Loose close.
Got it. Seen a couple of nice split pickups in this game. So earlier today in the afternoon shift, Kenny Keaton, who's one of the best house bowlers around here, had a game where he opened with 6 consecutive strikes, then threw 2 consecutive splits, one of which was a 7-10, and then finished up with 4 more strikes. I think he ended up with a 245 count for the game.
Yeah, I believe so.
Almost a split for Mike there, but finally the 10 pin fell.
Another one of his 9 counts.
Andrew, a lot of velocity, a lot of hook, a lot of pins falling. That's a turkey for Andrew. And Mike will finish with his spare. And through 8 frames, Mike Schecksnyder and Bridget Joseph up comfortably. 80 pin lead right now at this point.
Oh, another.
Oh,
fell out.
The wood was kind. Yeah, boys, what would have been a nasty split. Anna finally breaks through with a strike. She's frustrated, though. You can see it in her face. Oh. Once again, good pickup for Bridget. They didn't get individual averages for these bowlers. Bridget could be flirting. Don't know if she can quite get to 200, but she's going to be high 100s. If she strikes out in the 10th, she'd have a 201. Andrew swing. 4 in a row. 4 in a row.
Giving it everything he can.
Can't see what his count was before that, but he's with 4 strikes in a row. He's going to be up around 200. 1-3-6 for Mike in the 9th. And Bridget, meanwhile, will start the 10th frame. I think we can put this in the books, although there goes her chance at a 200. I think we can put this in the books for Mike Scheck-Snyder and Bridget Joseph to advance to the championship match. Good spare pickup. Bridget, I think that might be her first open. No, it wouldn't be her first open because I think she had a split.
Yeah, she had 6 guys. Mike can close it out. I believe with 1 strike he can close it out. Andrew obviously having to go out 3 strikes.
That's impressive. The pin count the difference was up over 100 pins, and they've narrowed it to 36. Stringing some strikes together here in the back half of the game. Andrew's working on 4 in a row. Oh,
and that I believe will do it.
That hurt. But still not over. Now the automatic scorekeeper updated, and now it's only a 9-pin difference. Andrew will finish with the spare. And I believe that's going to put him right about 205?
Still has.
Oh, he's got one more.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's got one more ball. So he's going to be over 200. Could get a 205.
He can finish with his 205, and depending on Mike finishes out here. Cannot have.
Oh,
that's not very good. Yeah. He left him a little door here.
And that's a makeable spare, but it's tricky. Andrew with one more 9.
Yeah, he had
close out with a 204, and with handicap, that's going to bring them to a 422. Excuse me, a 414 for Andrew and Anna, and 426 is just a 12-pin victory.
It definitely came down to the last frame.
Furious comeback there by Anna Benoit and Andrew swing, but it falls just short. So Bridget Joseph and Mike Scheck-Snyder will advance to the finals, where they will take on Tammy King and Joseph King Jr. They'll take a moment to transition. Tammy and Joe will get some practice, get a couple of practice frames here.
The number 1 team needs to throw their practice.
Are they both there? They're not going to take any practice? They're not going to take any practice?
No, the team in first gets to. Good.
Oh, man.
You did just enough to win it in the end, Mike.
Well, yeah, I made some bad shots, and of course I didn't cover up. But I mean, we both.
Okay, and now the mics were down.
Oh,
We were talking, so let's try that again. We did a little rehearsal for a moment. So while Tammy and Joe and once more Mike and Bridget take a couple of final warm-ups, we'll talk with John Broussard here, owner of Steelwood Lanes in the second year of ownership. Took it over from Charlie's Lanes. That was a frantic time 2 years ago for our local bowlers when Charlie suddenly announced that he was going to have to close. But you stepped up after a short time when we were able to pick it up.
yes, sir. Yeah, we I remember getting the text that night that you had interviewed Charlie, and I was actually doing a job at a customer of mine's at Oceaneering. It was late at night, and she asked me if I had heard, and I said no. And I had actually stopped bowling 15 years prior, and it just I ran over and talked with him, and I just couldn't see it closing. Not much left in the community area for kids and family. I can't just say kids, I mean, kids of all ages, I should say. So we've the wife and I talked after Charlie and I talked that night, and figured, let's see what we can do to keep it going. So
Well, a lot of people in this area are very glad that you stepped up. And now, as you said, COVID slowed things down a little bit, but you've been able to, once you did some remodeling, there's more to be done. Let's talk a little bit about the roof. Obviously, that you had some water damage, I believe, but you've been able to stay open and keep the bowling going while that's been going on.
Correct. The roof above the lanes have been replaced, so that's been the actual roof. So now the interior, with ripping out the drop ceiling, now that the insulation and the new roof is above the, I'll call it cosmetic because we're going to go with the industrial look. So ripping down the rest of the drop ceiling and leaving the tin and the black and red iron, we've got the hard part of actually stopping the water from coming in. So being able to save the wood is what it's all about. So it's
that was the most important thing, obviously.
From the words we've gotten back from pretty much all of the Bowling Proprietors Association and other groups that they've contacted, as of right now, we are known as possibly the largest original all wooden lane house in the country. So these lanes were laid down in 1961 when they built it. It opened January 13th of 62, and it's still the original lanes since then, and 24 lanes. And I want to say right before we took over, there was a house that had 30 lanes, but they had closed down and destroyed the building. So at that point, it stepped us up to top 24 with 24. So as of right now, we're the largest all wooden original lanes from 1961.
So that's over 60 years old. And you can see that. I'm looking at lane 11 right now. You can see that age in some of them. And I imagine as so many have gone from real wood to synthetic lanes, you lose the people with the ability to take care of that. Is there anybody out there that you're in contact with that can do some restoration for you?
Yes, there are a few companies that still do resurfacing. Believe it or not, a lot of companies had started using floor remodeling companies that do remodeling on hardwood floors. But there are still certain companies that they still strictly, because there are newer wooden lanes from the 80s that still need resurfacing and recoating. So there are still companies that do it, but it's just a total different sound and feel. And we were this week in Las Vegas, we stayed at the Orleans, and it has 52 lanes upstairs, and they're all synthetic. And it just, my wife hadn't realized how much of just total different sound it is. It's just totally different. So it's definitely something unique.
Do you get a lot of comments on it when you get, particularly in a tournament like this where you've got a lot of out-of-town people coming and probably maybe have never bowled on a real wood lane?
Yeah, and actually that's sort of the pun of the name of Steelwood. Steel, of course, being spelled S-T-E-E-L, meaning iron, steel and iron. So going with the industrial look. So the steel, because we would get phone calls and say, oh, yeah, do you really still have wooden lanes? So it's sort of a pun on that. So that's sort of the way we go. But yeah, it's there's a lot of people that just love the wooden lanes.
Switch the arrow. That's the new trigger. They don't know about switching arrows. Switch the arrows. He needs to switch the arrows.
A little scoreboard problem here.
He's going to switch the arrows. Okay.
I think I know how.
You don't know how to switch the arrows?
Y'all got it. I think I can do it.
All right, John's going to take his announcer hat off and hopefully.
2 T's, right?
No, just take the E off.
Reverse arrows. Look at that. You do something. Andrew, what you doing? Fix it, break it down real quick. Stop your sheet.
All right, there we go. Hey, you know, this is the first year that KWBJ is doing the tournament strictly on internet. Normally we've done it for television, didn't do it live, but recorded it, played it later. So we had the advantage of being able to start and stop tape. These are the things you see when you're live that you didn't see back in the days when we would stop tape and start again later. And here we go. Tammy King right off the bat starting off. This is a husband and wife team coming in as the top seed in the tournament, and she gets the strike to lead us off. And Bridget, there's that pesky 10 pin again.
I didn't expect this crowd to get rowdy for this game.
Why is that?
There's a lot of people know the Kings, and even their son bowled in the tournament. I believe he's here today too. But and they all know each other, so it's going to be. They'll get excited from time to time. I might have to lower them down every once in a while.
Bridget with the pickup. And with all that maneuvering on the scoreboard, I missed the handicap difference. It's not much.
No, it's. I would imagine it'd be pretty close to heads up.
It's almost even, probably less than a mark, or maybe a mark at most.
Yes.
Joe King Jr. with a 7 count. He leaves the 3-6-10. Like most split opportunities, very makeable, but also one little mistake and you can blow it. Correct. He didn't.
And actually, Mr. Joe actually shot a 300 earlier today.
Today?
Yes.
Excellent.
Shot a 300 and a 790 series, if I'm not mistaken.
That's outstanding. We have never seen a 300 game here in the TV finals. So only a 2-pin handicap difference between the two coming in. And Mike will lead with a 9. We did see somebody a few years ago, I think, carried a perfect game into the 9th frame. I believe that was Jerry Polaro.
That would sound about right.
Bridget with the strike. A 10 pin always seems to be the last thing to fall for her.
Tammy with a 5 count.
And there's I can't see it from my angle, but there's a sleeper somewhere.
Yes, sir.
As we mentioned, we've got the manager of Cajun Lanes here, Mike Scheck-Snyder. We have the owners of Four Seasons. I guess there's an owner-manager grapevine.
Well, actually the manager is with Schwing, Andrew.
Oh, okay. Mike following up his first frame spare with a strike. And they start to take a little bit of control, but we still need to see Joe's second frame here. Joe's working on a spare from the first frame. And follows it with a strike. Third frame. And was open in the second. Leads the 5. I learned about a tradition involving the 5-pin that I didn't know about. I've seen it exercised a lot today.
Yes.
I don't know if we want to talk about it.
It's something that actually, after all the years, I just found it out when we took over. Never heard of leaving the 5-pin and people holding up their hand, and if you miss it, you owe somebody a drink or a shot, or it's something completely new to me as well.
And I'll tell you what, earlier today when this place was full, I think there were some expensive misses.
Yes.
But to me, what should be fair is if you pick up the 5-pin, everybody should have to buy you.
Yeah, at least
I
that or
to somebody, and he was just outraged.
Yeah, hey, that one way can get expensive, but at least everyone could chip in $1 or something the other way around for those times that you do have to pay out. Mr. Joe definitely gets pin action. He's
There's that 5 again.
There's a few people holding up their hand.
Tough first ball for Bridget in the 4th. Meanwhile, Mike picks up his spare in the 3rd.
Yep, all y'all, water is free. Water is free for everybody. I'm retired, but I have money.
Oh, a little bit too much backup on the backup ball there for Bridget.
Eight count.
And Tammy will open her 4th with an 8 count. She missed the head pin completely. That's the 1-2.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Mike over on lane 9, working on a spare. And that's how you do it.
Get back in this game. There you go.
Nice pick up there. Meanwhile, Joe here working on a double in the fourth. His pair down 35 pins at the moment, and that'll cut into that deeply.
Strikes are overrated.
There's the turkey. Tammy got a lot of help. She walked away, didn't she?
She knew it. She knew it was going to happen. That's confidence. See if Bridget can get back into this. There
Right
you
in the
go.
pocket.
That
There
would
you
have
go.
gone.
It's picking up. Getting some hot hands here in the finals. Joe King with the hottest hand at the moment. Joe almost seems like he loses the ball on delivery. He puts it.
It does. Sometimes it looks like it's a drop, but he's dropping in the right spot.
You know, we've been doing this for a long time, and I think a lot when we're watching. We lost a long-time bowler this year, a long-time friend of Allen's Communications and KWBJ, David Price, this year. I bowled a lot with David a long time ago, and what always struck me was watching him bowl, you did not hear the ball hit the lane when he put it down. You hear that thump with all these guys. When he put the ball down, you simply heard the sound of the ball start rolling. Smoothest bowler I ever saw.
Mr. Chris has that same. Mr. Chris Price has that same soft release too. He
It's amazing and could do it consistently.
Yeah.
It was almost when he didn't get it right and you did hear that thump, you kind of did a double take. And
yeah.
Hit the roll, not this time.
Yeah, still to this day, Mr. Chris, when he bowls with his left hand, left hand, and he comes
Big, tall lefty.
Yeah, he does have a smooth release. You don't hear that thump.
Bridget, nope. There's that 10 again. Good pick up. Finish out the sixth frame for Mike. And we are still very close in the scoring. It's anybody's game.
Absolutely.
Through 5.
Oh, pulled it across her body. 7 count. 3 count, sorry.
That's tough.
Back down to that original 2 pins.
Sammy and Joe with an 8-pin lead at this point. Mike Scheck-Snyder working on a spare here in his half of the 6th frame. Good looking strike for Mike, and Joe with after a rare open frame in the 5th. He started strong. Let's see if he can get it going again.
Oh, dreaded 10-pin again. Tammy with the 6-pin. And Joe got him a 10-pin.
Tammy starting the 7th with a spare.
It'll come down to the line on this one.
Oh, she started that out an awful long way, but it came all the way back. So that's going to be a 12-pin difference right now in favor of Bridget and Mike. And Mike with a slight advantage in that he's working on a strike. Joe working on a spare. Follows with a strike in the 7.
Joe's back on board. See if Mike can get a couple together. Start putting a little wedge here.
Double would go a long way here. Oh my goodness. That is not what you wanted to see.
6, 7, 10.
Right-hander, so it lines up in his favor. It's a long way from the 6 to the 7. While Bridget will start her 8th frame off with a 9. Oh my goodness. Wow. He took something off of it, was really going for placement. He's got it started a little too far outside. And I got to tell you, John, talking about all the things you've done here at Steelwood Lanes, I can tell you the air conditioner works great. It's chilly in here. The head pin has been elusive the last couple of frames for Tammy. The 1-3-6 here, very makeable.
She's actually got a sleeper. She got a
there's a sleeper.
4 count, yeah.
Oh, okay.
9 pins hidden back
the
there.
9 pins in there.
Looks like she's got it though.
Got it. Just what you want. You don't want to get too far over on that head pin, kick one way and the ball goes too far the other. You got to get the ball to carry through and pick up the sleeper.
And it looks like the women are going to keep the men in the game here. The women staying clean. As long as they can keep picking up their spares and getting their strikes, it puts the pressure on the men.
I think the men are a little too involved with playing mind games with each other instead of working on those big lumps of wood down at the other end of the lane.
That's it.
Once again, makeable. Almost identical to what happened to Mike in the 7th, except the 10 is not there, but he's got the same. You pick him up the same way, kick the 6 over to the 7. So Joe's going to sit back here and watch this one first.
Going on.
They gave it a run.
See if Mr. Joe can double up here. Ooh, came in strong.
Not there.
Another 6 count.
Again, that's a
She has
6.
another sleeper. Oh,
Wow.
it's not that easy to do. Chop it from the front.
We used to talk about the nerves of bowling in front of the cameras, huh?
I don't believe any of these bowlers should have these nerves, but you never know these days. They've got a lot of tournament wins underneath their belts. But maybe it's because of how cold it is in here. You never know. Maybe it's not the heat, it's the chill.
2 nice pickups in a row, spare pickups in a row for Tammy King. Almost identical situations. Bridget opening the 9th frame with an 8 count. She got the 6-8 in front of her. And a 1-pin difference at this point. Oh, didn't get over enough. That's gonna. We're back to 2 pins. In favor of Bridget and Mike.
It's in the critical 9th frame. You never want to open in this 9th frame. You want to try to get something momentum going into the 10th.
Both Joe and Mike were open in the 8th.
Yeah.
Joe takes care of his spare.
Definitely going to come down to the 10th.
Strike would really put the pressure on at this point. Throws his hands up in frustration. 3 splits in a row. We saw Anna Benoit last game with 4 consecutive splits. That's 3 for Mike. And for a right-hander, this has got to be virtually impossible to pick up. Just once again, how hard can you knock that lead pin off? Whoa, he gave it a shot. We are tied, dead even, 387 to 387 going into the 10th. The big difference here is that Tammy and Joe King each have marks in the 9th to build on. Bridget and Mike were both open in the 9th.
Big strike by Bridget.
Bridget rising to the occasion.
That's it.
Brooklyn, we hadn't said that all night.
Yeah.
Tammy's going to step back and let Bridget finish here. Bridget had a 179 last game. And she's going to be close to that this game. 2? No, 9 count. So 172 is the best she can do. There it is. Okay, that's a 172 for Bridget Joseph. Now Tammy King working on a strike, working on a spare in the 9th frame. And that was close to a split. And it got away. Oh, it's hanging on.
No.
Oh! Hung on to that last board. But not enough to get them both. So it's a 147 for Tammy King.
3-pin difference going into the gentleman. Mr. Joe's
Mike
going to
and
start
Bridget.
off, try to put a little pressure on Mike. Here comes the head games.
Joe's working on a spare here. And there you go. That's big.
See if Mike can counter.
Well, Mike was open in the 9th, so he cannot afford a mistake here.
Not at all.
Oh. That's tough. So the best he can hope for is a 161. And Joe's going to let Mike go ahead and finish here. Oh. That's a 150, and that's going to do it, I think.
Yeah.
And that finishes it for sure. The visitors from Alexandria, the husband and wife team of Tammy and Joe King Jr., are going to win the 39th annual Mac Russo Mixed Doubles Bowling Tournament.
And sometimes that's tough, sitting there in the first seat and having to wait. You come in cold.
And he finishes in style. That's going to be a 205 for Joe. And they are going to win by 28 pins, 444 to 416. So, give us a moment. We're gonna waiting to see who from the Morgan City Bowling Association is going to get with us for the award presentation. John, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Enjoyed your
it,
commentary. He took his mic off. He's gone.
Thank you.
There's no presentation.
Nope, we're not going to present.
Announce the winners.
Okay, all right, we're not going to do that with a presentation. So, John, go and put your mic back on there.
Back in.
It's been a fun one, as we said. If you missed us at the beginning, it was a capacity field this year. 88 total entries, and that's as much as they say they can handle. That's a rarity, probably the biggest one they've ever had.
Definitely the biggest one.
And a lot of fun here. So we will hang on one second here. They finished in order, no changes in the ladder finals. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 seeds through the shifts. Finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Joe and Tammy King from Alexandria get the win. Bridget Joseph of Crawley, Mike Schecksnyder again of Alexandria come in second. So we will close it out. With that, thank you for joining us, John. Appreciate you your hospitality and everything y'all have done for us.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming out, and thank you to our sponsors that we had a couple of sponsors locally that helped out, and thanks to all the bowlers that came out.
And some out-of-town sponsors, from what I understand. We had a couple from the New Iberia and Lafayette area that chipped in some of the sponsorship money to help out here. So congratulations to the Morgan City Bowling Association. Tamara Sartwell, the manager.
Appreciate y'all coming out.
All right. So thank you for joining us once again. Then we will close it out here on KWBJ Live. Have a great day.